from Guatemala with Glenn Van Stratum, QN Sports. And today we're going to have our focus is going to be the Panama game and El Salvador. And this game is going to be played at the same time as Suriname against Guatemala here in Guatemala. And we want to get some perspectives from two experts that we have invited. The first is Mr. Javier Pimentel. He is the director. He's going to tell you he's the director at the canal, the Panama Canal, and then we have the and Pio. But let me first start with introducing our guest, Mr. Javier. Welcome.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, my brother, Mr. Pio. It's a pleasure to be here, giving information about my country and about all this that is happening on and the soccer and for the World Cup. So, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Thank you for being here, Javier. And then we have our radio personality and expert in the CONCACAF region, Mr. Pio. Pio, can you introduce yourself to the fans?
Absolutely, absolutely, Glenn. Let me first thank you for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be with you guys, sharing uh, our thoughts and our opinions in regards to the final game in this particular group, which will decide who goes to the World Cup from this group. Right now, as it stands, it has gone down to the wire. So it's going to be interesting to see. Being from the outside looking in, like I am, being Honduran and watching you guys battle it out. And but it's been an exciting group. I mean, surprises. But end of the day, I think we are in the presence of two good teams that are fighting to be top of the group to
Yeah,
qualify.
yeah,
So we'll see what happens today. I think I love to hear your opinion, Javier, and you, Glenn, as well, so we can share some thoughts and so we can have an idea and share our thoughts with the audience, which at the
Yeah.
end of the day is what's important. It's to generate some opinions.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's
So
good to be here.
let me start with putting the context. And the context is that, as you said, Pio, we have basically two teams that are in so many categories the same. They have the same number of points, 9. They have also Suriname and Panama have the same head to head. So they played 2 games, they tied 1-1 each. Yep. And the only difference that Suriname has right now is goal difference. They have +5, and
Yeah,
Panama has +2.
yeah,
Yeah. And then obviously Panama is playing El Salvador, who lost coming off a 4-0
for
loss.
sure.
So that is a big loss. And they're playing in Panama. So that's another thing. And then the context is also that Suriname is playing a not deflated, but a Guatemala team that was looking very excited to when they played Panama uh, to have lost 3-2 or 2-3, and then having no chance to go to the next round. But at the same time, they really played their hearts off in the last game, yet lost 3-2. So with that context, um, how are you feeling about the chances, and how do you feel the Panamanians in general, and specifically the team, is feeling about the upcoming game tomorrow, Mr.
Okay.
Javier?
Yes, yes. Thank you, my brother Glenn. Okay. in my opinion, well, Panama, this is crazy here in Panama because game by game we are fighting. We are fighting, and we're still there. Many, some people thought that at this time we have to be classified, but from the very beginning, I told many people this will be different because to classify for the World Cup, all countries wanted to classify. All countries will play hard, to win. And I always, from the very beginning, I said we're going to suffer, but we are going to the World Cup. But and we are fighting every game, And for example, the last game that we got with Guatemala, that was very tough to go to another country, and people is wait, Panama, we are peaceful always. Panama is peace and love always. We like to party, we like to be gentle with anybody, and then go to another place and people screaming, and with mass and showing team. That was very tough for our players. Anyway, that game was very tough, and I was worried for them because I say, if that happened at the beginning, what will happen if we win? And when you saw how they came out from the from the city to the airport. I can bet like maybe 100 soldiers or police, taking care of the Palmena. But here is it's crazy. Tomorrow, um, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but will be a big party because we are almost there. So we have to see what will happen tomorrow. We have to win, and then we have to see what happened with you guys. Surina.
You have to win by big numbers.
Yeah,
Sure.
exactly,
You
exactly.
can't you
Yeah.
can't win just
Three-
3-0.
No,
3-0,
exactly.
then you
Yeah,
even, and that's not
yeah,
good enough.
yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
obviously Suriname has to win too.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So
So
still, we have the still the opportunity to, if we don't classify first, we have to win. We can go to the second round, to continue, and
yeah,
we still have that opportunity, that chance, that
yeah,
that chance to go.
yeah. That's the other thing. The intercontinental games, the playoffs, that would be played in Mexico
In Mexico.
in the March time frame, and it would be in either Monterrey or Guadalajara where they're
Uh,
going to be played, and that is also a mix of all of the different teams that are qualifying, not
yeah.
just the teams from
No,
CONCACAF, but also
no, no, no.
Bolivia and
Yeah.
also those
Uh-huh.
countries that. So that is the good thing is Panama or Suriname. If one goes tomorrow, that's great. And then
Yeah.
the backup plan is to go to play the Intercontinental. So
There you go.
in that case, both countries are looking very good. The
Yeah.
chances for those are very high.
Very high.
Now,
Yeah.
I want to ask Mr. Pio, what do you think the El Salvadorians feel like in terms of their perspective with and relationship? Like Javier says, they were very animated. We Suriname, when we went to play in El Salvador, that was a rude awakening for our boys to
Hmm.
be treated like that. In there, when we went to El Salvador, and when we went to Panama, they wanted to do a lot of noise, but they went to the party with them.
Yeah.
That's how our boys reacted. But
Yeah.
my question is, how do you think El Salvador looks against this game, and how do you think they are prepared uh, to play after a loss of 4-0? What do you think?
Well, Glenn, I definitely think El Salvador is in a situation where the question is going to be, what's the goal difference going to be like? The favorite to win hands down, it's going to be Panama. Is Panama? Um, it's Panama. Finally, Panama is the team that had created the most chances in the entire group in every game. They were missing from inside the penalty
Yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
So this is a team that came into his own against Guatemala. Guatemala took the game to them. And Panama was able to have 4 chances as they scored 3. So they were extremely effective.
Yeah.
And that's something that hadn't happened in the other games.
And the other game,
So,
there you.
from Panama's perspective, that was not only a great victory, but the fact their efficiency ratio was very high.
Yeah.
Now, the game also against El Salvador, El Salvador was coming out of a 4-0 defeat against Suriname, with players that are suspended because of yellow cards.
Yeah.
So I think knowing Bolillo Gomez and the Panamanians know very well how Bolillo Gomez
He played.
prepares his teams. So what he's going to try to avoid is to get beat by 4 or 5 goals. He's going to be defending, hoping to catch Panama off balance on a counterattack and keeping the margin small. Why? Because he's looking for 4 more years of work in El Salvador.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want to get beat 4-0 again. So it's going to be Panama is as Panama plays one style. Panama will play away and play at home the same way. Panama doesn't have, because they have very good players. So Panama will play the same way they play, controlling the ball and controlling the game, the tempo of the game. They have Carrasquilla, who has picked up his level in the Mexican League, feels confident, and they are confident coming out of a victory in Guatemala, which was for a while. I mean, at that game, Panama was not the favorite. So I firmly believe that Panama is going to win the game. I don't know that it's going to be for a big difference. It's hard to tell. And I have to point something out to you guys. To try to qualify in playing against Intercontinental, it's going to be very difficult to qualify for anybody from CONCACAF. If you're hoping to qualify in that play, you're going to be playing against extremely strong teams including Nigeria, one of them, but African teams that are very, very strong. So for anybody to put their hopes, but they have it in front of them, if you have no choice, you have no choice. I mean, there's nothing you can do. But it's going to be very, very challenging, both games. Suriname has to win and try to avoid getting scored on by Guatemala. Guatemala has nothing to lose and a lot of pride to show that they have improved in the past few years. Tena, as I mentioned to you, Tena has done a very good job with Guatemala. Guatemala would not have been at this instances, almost trying to qualify for the World Cup. So I'm excited. I'm also excited for Honduras playing Costa Rica. I have my own agenda as well. But definitely, I think Panama has the advantage. Panama should win that game. The question is by how many. And on the other side, is Suriname capable of winning in Panama? I think they are. The question is if they allow goals and how that game develops. So it's interesting. I don't envy you guys being like I said. I have my own problems with Honduras against Costa Rica, But
so I'm gonna lead to my next question is predictions. So I'm gonna ask Mr. Javier.
Okay.
I'm gonna make the predictions and the predictions for the Panama game. against El Salvador, but you gotta also make the prediction for the Suriname and Guatemala game. So it's a little more challenge.
Yeah.
What do you
Okay.
think?
I think that we will make 5. I hope. I hope, and I see we will make it.
You make 5 goals.
Yeah.
That's
I
very
hope.
And
optimistic.
we,
That's
I'm
very
and,
crossing. I'm
optimistic,
crossing
Javier.
all my finger. I'm crossing all
yeah,
my finger.
and
And
how
all
many do you
the
give up?
positive and all the positive vibe.
He th- he's not only crossing his fingers, Glenn, he's crossing his toes.
Yeah. And what do you
Everything.
think of the Suriname game?
No, I think Suriname will win like 2-0. I think
Okay.
2-0.
So,
Yeah.
in that case, who goes in that case?
You?
Y- Yeah.
Suriname. I know. I
Big
know. I
prediction.
know.
I
But
like that.
I know you will go by goals. But let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see tomorrow.
We'll
Tomorrow,
see.
anything can happen. Anything can
Yeah.
happen tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you. What do you think, Mr. Theo? What do
Well,
you think?
I think
Most
one
games
thing that is a must for both teams is they
to win.
cannot afford to allow goals.
Yeah.
They have to maintain their 0 on their goal if they want to, qualify. Because the goal difference, even though it appears to be a nice, healthy, goal difference for Suriname. The problem is El Salvador is coming out of a 4-0 defeat. In Panama, Panama has the capability of scoring 5 or 6 goals on El Salvador. Where that happens or not is a different story.
Yeah. Exactly.
Do they have the capability? Yes, they do. I think
Yeah.
I love the 2 goals that Waterman scored against
those
Guatemala.
were
Those are quality goals, and that's
Yeah.
a player. And then Fajardo coming as a sub and scoring.
Yeah.
That's a good sign for Panama.
Uh-huh.
That is a very good sign, because Panama, like I said, nobody created more chances
Than Panama.
in the entire
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
competition than
Uh-huh.
Panama.
Yeah.
But near misses do not count. Chances do
Exactly.
not count.
That's
The only ones
the thing.
that count are the ones that hit the back of the net.
Exactly.
So right now, in my view, I think it may go down to goals. It may go down to goal difference or another type of tiebreaker, because the head-to-head match, they're tied. Okay, so goal difference it's gonna go. It has gone down to the wire. Now the difference might be just details. One mistake. Both teams have to play mistake-free.
Yeah.
No
Hey,
mistake.
prediction, my friend. You gotta predict. Now
I
you gotta say it.
think Panama will win that game, and Suriname has enough to win against Guatemala. The question is going to be by how many. Panama could win by 1, by 2, by 3, by 5. Suriname can win. I don't think Suriname can win by 5, but they have a goal difference in favor. So
Yeah.
it's going to be. I don't envy you.
I hope it's not because of the extra time. How many minutes extra time everybody gets?
Well, here's the thing. What a lot of people don't take in consideration, Glenn, is that for every substitution that is made, 30 seconds are given. So for the most part, teams make all substitutions in the second half. So right there is 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
If you count 10 substitutions, so right there is 5 minutes, and then injuries. You know how players tend to dive and so easily, and usually it's in the second half. The first half you don't see that because there's no subs in the first half. Second half, for the most part, unless there's an injury, they make a substitution in the first half. For the most part, all those subs are in the second
very
half.
important.
So,
the halftime scores of both teams.
But maintaining the 0. If you have that 0, you're competing. It's going to be exciting. I'm glad, as I mentioned before. I mean, this team from the Caribbean. I mean, Haiti just came out of nowhere. Panama was supposed to have been qualified already. Curacao was nowhere to be seen before the competition started. So now, who's in first place in that group? Curacao. Who's in first place in the other group? Haiti. Who's in the brink? Who's close to, Suriname? So I gotta take my hat off to the teams in the Caribbean. I mean, Panama was supposed to have been qualified already and enjoying their vacation. That's not the case. So,
and if I may, there are three things that are very important that have nothing to do with soccer. In all three countries, Jamaica is going through a hard time right now. And that's also playing a role. But Haiti has been having that for the last.
No, it's. I mean, let's put it this way: who would have thought? If we had this conversation 6 months ago, who would have thought that on every group, team from the Caribbean? I mean, we knew in the Jamaica, Trinidad Tobago, Curacao was not in the mix.
No.
Nobody talked about Curacao.
No.
Suriname, Panama was supposed to have been, and I'm going to say disrespectfully, Javier. Panama, there was a little disrespect from the Panamanian press in regards to the other team. Assuming and saying that the level of arrogance got almost insulting. There's a guy named Chepe Bomba that is really insulting how he
I agree.
how he talked about the other team. And I'm gonna be very honest with you. In the radio show that I do, I said, and I quote, I said, Panama is the best team that hasn't won anything. Panama has qualified to one World Cup. They haven't won. They have not won Nations Cup. They have not won Gold Cup. They haven't won anything.
Nothing.
They qualified for the one. So when a guy from the media talks that way, do your homework. Do your homework.
Yeah.
You haven't won anything.
You're right. You're right.
And you're telling everybody that you're gonna be running them down. No, you have to play the games. I mean, when you've been around the game, and when national prize like say Suriname, like Haiti, like Curacao, these teams have done a lot of work. Guatemala improved for that reason.
Okay? No, you're right. You're right. So I agree with you.
They have to be more respectful and careful.
Humble.
Yeah, and that's one thing. And that's one thing that our head coach,
Menso has done very well.
After Suriname played El Salvador, has warned the team and also the press. Said, look, when we do play, when others behave differently, it's not necessarily for us or as players and as staff to behave like that, or to motivate them to get upset, because they did it to us when we played in El Salvador, and guess what happened? We won the game because our players were motivated. So why do that so that the other team gets motivated to come get?
Glenn, I have a question. I have a question for both of you. I mean, you have been very polite, very modest, very. I mean, it's been good to watch you guys interact. Javier has been very careful not to say the wrong thing. In front of you, and I think it's great. And you have been very, very, very modest, very, very careful. What's in your heart of hearts? What do you think is going to happen tomorrow? And don't give me the politically correct answer. Now I'm asking the question.
I'm gonna give you it from my heart. That was just repaired.
And don't give me the
And,
score.
and,
I want you to
and
tell me we qualify or don't or we not qualify.
no.
Yes or no question.
I honestly feel that this is the right time. We're gonna celebrate our 50th year of independence on the 25th, and we're gonna celebrate getting into the World Cup on the 18th. So 1 week before. That's the
Oh,
best present that we can
that's
bring
that's
to our
wishful
whole
thinking.
country.
Glenn, that is wishful thinking. Now,
No,
right? You're
from
a
a
very
perspective. Yeah.
pragmatic man. You're a pragmatic man.
From a soccer
I want you
perspective,
to say yes or no. Does Suriname go to the World Cup?
yes.
Yes. Javier,
And you, Mr.
I think we
Javier,
will go. I told you we will suffer, but we are going to.
there's only room for one.
I know, I know, I know.
yeah.
That's
So
tough. We have to see. I hope our players go tomorrow 100% accurate. The last, as you said it, Mr. Pio, Panama and the other game, they have thrown to the goal like 25 times and they have a score. And the last game, they just throw 5 times and they score 3. I hope that tomorrow they will be very accurate. Every shoot they make go inside the net.
It's you know what, and that's important. That's
Yeah.
being effective and being efficient is
Yeah.
what determines where you. I mean, like I said, near misses or chances
count.
do not count. The only
Yeah.
one that counts is the ones that go to the back of the net.
Exactly.
by the
Exactly.
way, we have 2 good goalies.
Yeah.
A very good goalie, and
Yeah.
you have a very good goalie.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
the likelihood of many goals go in, that's a good thing. And we have a good defense. And you have a good
Well,
defense.
I was going to say that.
Yeah,
The
they have a good
reflection is
defense.
the goalkeeper is not the critical part. The goalkeeper gives your defenders, keeps them at ease and
Yeah.
gives them confidence.
Confidence. Yeah.
But what you need to have is your players not be so lackadaisical and so nonchalant as they sometimes are. Remember the goal against Guatemala when the guy chested the ball inside the box and gave it to the forward.
Cannot do that.
You cannot afford to
Cannot
do
do
that. And Panama cannot afford to miss that many goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you both have challenges.
I'm gonna have a challenge for our listeners. Yeah. Put your opinions down because this we want to see before
Write
game
your
time.
comments. Write
Write
your
your comments and let us know if Mr. Javier has it right, Mr. Pio has it right, and maybe
No, it's about you
I
guys.
have something
It's not
there.
about me.
What do you think? Tell us what you think.
This is
Tell
not
us
about
what
me,
you think.
brother.
It's not about us.
No.
Tell us what you think.
This is about Suriname and Panama. I'm an innocent bystander. I'm like the bullfights. I'm sitting in the stands. You guys are
All right.
I'm
I
watching
would
the
like
bullfight from outside the ring.
Yeah, I would like to thank you both, and
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to the game tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
Good luck to you,
good luck
to both of you.
to both. Yeah, thank you, Pio. All right,
Thank you,
Thank you,
my
Javier.
brother Glenn. Thank you. We'll be in
Wish me
contact.
luck.
I hope to have that we get together after the game and
We
to
definitely
see
will.
what happens. Mr.
Yeah.
P also.
All right,
Well, because
thank you.
remember,
Hold on, stay on.
we're playing Costa Rica.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
Hopefully we have a big celebration. If not,
Okay.
then
Maybe we can make a quick call before the game.
Thank you, guys.
Bye bye.
Fantastic. Hold on.
My brother Glenn.